I'm not angry, I just know that sometimes service cannot always be how you want it. A bit nervous now. It's supposed to be modern British cuisine, but I'm seeing a lot of fusion vibes here. Not particularly reassuring. Sorry, I'm a little bit thrown by this now. I think the service has been very disjointed and it's actually making me feel a bit uncomfortable. You know, I wasn't even supposed to be vlogging today, but with the run of recent bad news, doom and gloom all over the TV and internet, as well as pretty much a rough day at work, I found myself here. So, hello again viewers, I am back in Zone 1 London. I'm going to pop in for a little bit of dinner soon. You can probably guess roughly where I am, but before I spoil where I'm going to be, London is pretty much the place to go when you want to try all sorts of cuisine. You're pretty much spot for choice. French, Italian, Mediterranean, Middle Eastern, Asian, American, British, and then there is of course Jamie Oliver. Yes, I'm going to pay a visit to the Jamie Oliver Catherine Street restaurant. I've seen a couple of good reviews on TripAdvisor, and of course I've seen a few vlogs on YouTube that have covered the place already, and I think the overall vibe, the overall experience has been pretty positive, so I don't think I have anything to fear going in there this evening. So yeah, I should feel pretty positive with my dining experience tonight, and I hope to share that with you viewers. So if you are new to my channel or you have been watching my videos and you haven't subscribed already, I could really do with your support by subscribing or at least sending a like and showing some engagement. You are helping my videos get pushed out into the wild west of the YouTube universe, and people will know I exist. So anyway, that's enough of me waffling. I'm looking forward to sitting down and have a look through the menu and see what delights they have on offer, because I'm quite hungry now. So I'll see you all inside. Okay, just landed on my seat. I got a kind of a little corner of a booth, and that's these enormous menus. They literally take up most of the table. Look at that. See, I don't know if that's necessary. So yeah, I'm a little peruse through. I've been asked what I like to drink. Just ordered a diet, another diet, Coke Zero for now, and then they then have a peruse for the wine list. But yeah, it's all classic. I say classic, but modern twist on British classics. They should be fairly safe choices to go for. You know, as it's a hot day, I'm quite tempted by the fish and chips, but every vlogger out there has fish and chips. It gets pretty repetitive on YouTube, so yeah, maybe I should just go for something a little bit different. Okay, I'm slightly getting a bit nervous now. It's supposed to be modern British cuisine, but I'm seeing a lot of fusion vibes here. Yeah, make no mistake, it's pretty busy today, even though it's early in the week. You can see all the waiting staff buzzing around like bees. It's pretty full-on service for those guys, so I'm going to have to be a little bit patient on to put my order in. But I've decided what to have, so that's kind of worked in my favour, I suppose. Yeah, so it looks really nice in here. It screams Art Deco, but done in a very understated, more classical Art Deco rather than the modern-ish Art Deco, if you know what I mean. And none of the loud botanical wallpaper and overuse of polished metal and fur and barrow paint. You get the vibe. So 20 minutes in, and all I managed to achieve was requests for a Coke Zero, which has arrived yet. I've actually overheard one waiter has just started working here about 3 weeks ago, so yeah, I'm not going to hold my breath on a seamless, smooth service tonight. And thankfully there was a table with two guys adjacent to mine who just left, so that's given me a little bit more breathing space to continue this vlog, as I feel quite awkward vlogging in here at the moment, especially when you're up close next to other diners. Okay, that took a fair amount of work and effort on my part, my starters, and my wine has landed. So I've got myself a nice glass of Pinot Noir, Burgundy, of course, and I've already had a little bit of a smell of the wine, just to get a bit of a head start as I'm already sat back as it is. But let's get the impression on the nose. Yeah, nice balance between fruit and a bit of aged oak there. Yeah, a very grown-up tasting profile. Very grown-up nose, if that's the right term. So give it a little taste. Cheers. Yeah, lovely structure to it. Nice amount of grip. Plenty of fruits in there. Nice finish as well. So it falls off the palate nicely. So in other words, it's a nice dry wine to have with food. So yeah, so far so good. Right, we're going to get stuck into the starter. Okay, here we are. It is simply called tomatoes on toast. The reason why I picked this is it's fairly unique in terms of what you see in the menus of various restaurants and gastropubs up and down the UK. This is just, looks like sun-ripened tomatoes, not sun-ripened tomatoes, I'm sorry, vine tomatoes that have been roasted, slowly roasted, so they caramelise nicely. So some, I'm not sure what this seasoning is, but I'm sure it adds a little bit of dimension to the texture, and there's of course a sourdough bread underneath. So I'm going to try the first bite of the tomato. So it's pretty much just breadcrumbs, just to add a little bit of a crunch to complement the tomatoes to a degree. Easy on the palate. Yeah, it's goes well with this weather, I must admit. I'm going to try it with the toast as well. Sorry, I had to go off camera to cut it as I need two hands. One of the struggles of vlogging solo. Okay, just have to swap hands and take this again. The bread is pretty moist and soggy in the middle. I don't think they toasted it well enough, but this is not a food review. I'm just showing you what the food is like during busy service. I've got to take the rough and the smooth sometimes. Yeah, all done, thank you.
Lovely, thank you.
Great, thank you. Right, well that was a different staff member who just took these starters away, but I got the short straw and was served by someone who's a little bit abrupt and clearly wasn't enjoying his job today. Interrupting me while I was doing one of my point of view first person shots when I was eating the tomatoes on toast. Yeah, it was fine. It's a fine starter. It was enjoyable. I've finished it all. Filled the hole. Well, kind of filled the hole. So yeah, sorry, I'm a little bit thrown by this now. I think the service has been very disjointed, and it's actually making me feel a bit uncomfortable. So I'm compared to my other vlogs, I've kind of sort of get back on track with things. But this one, I don't know. I feel like I can't wait to leave, and my mains hasn't even arrived yet. So there you go. I'm going to have to troop on and see what I can do to salvage this this visit. So yeah, well at least the wine's good, so I can always seek solace and comfort in that. Come on. Okay, just to say that I sat down at 5 to 7, so 1 hour 15 into the dining experience, and my mains has yet to arrive, and it's not that busy at the moment, so I am quite dumbfounded by the pace of delivery at the moment. Okay, I'm pleased to say my mains has arrived. I'll swing the camera around. So these are mutton chops. It's a very generous size portion as well. Plenty of, yeah, it's good, generous serving there. I'm very happy with that. Mint sauce, some gravy in there, and of course I've gone for a side of potato dauphinoise, so which will accompany the lamb very well. But I just realised I should have ordered some green vegetables to go along with it, but perhaps the mint sauce will help cut through the richness somewhat. Okay, I'm not even going to bother with the first person shot, as I need 2 hands for this one. So I'm going to cut into the mutton chops. Bear in mind, mutton is a more elderly sheep, so it's going to be a few years older than your typical lamb. So the meat, the texture is bound to be a little bit more, say, a bit more dense. But it's cutting through okay. I mean, I've got a decent steak knife, so that's helping. Yeah, lovely smoky flavour to it. Nicely pink in the middle as well. So yeah, let's give this a go. Yeah, nice and flavourful. I'm going to try it with a bit of mint sauce. And don't worry, you're not going to watch me eating for the next 15 minutes. I know the score. I'm not actually sure about the mint sauce. It's very... You can taste the mint, but there is I don't know, it's almost pharmaceutical in its... it's an aftertaste in it, so I'm not sure about that. Let's give the potato dauphinoise a try. So yeah, 1 hand is needed for this one, thankfully. Yep, it's nice dauphinoise. Lovely seasoning, nice use of herbs in there. Good selection of cheese in there. Yeah, that's really nice. Really enjoyed that. I'm going to mix in some of this dauphinoise into the main dish itself to get a nice fusion of flavours. Let's see how it blends in with the gravy, which is a tad thick. Maybe they put a bit too much thickening in there, flour. But it keeps the lamb nicely seasoned though. So I'm going to try and troop through this main course. So apologies for the lighting also. So they dimmed the lights a bit to give it a bit more of an evening ambience. So I'll see what I can do with in the editing phase. But I'm just, to be honest with you, I just want to get this mains over and done with and go. It's just lacking that sense of you're out for a nice meal. It's a bit of a treat, a bit of a convivial evening. I'm not feeling any of that tonight. Maybe it's, yeah, I think chiefly it's because of the waiter that was assigned to this part of the restaurant. Waiter was sort of slamming plates and cutlery and glasses on the sort of hard top table. It's quite disturbing and sort of you almost feel unwelcomed. Yeah, it does spoil the mood, to be honest, if I'm going to be brutally honest with you. But I'm going to try to see what I can do to salvage this one. I don't really want to portray a restaurant in a very negative way. People want to come and watch videos to feel inspired and enjoy the actual event. So I'm going to have to apologise in advance. Yeah, I think it's five months in I've been doing this, and I think this is probably the first sort of quite a negative dinner. All in all, I guess I can't really complain. So yeah, try and finish my meal, and then I'll see you outside for the closing piece. Cheers. Jamie Oliver, Catherine Street, thank you very much. And let's find a relatively safe spot to close this piece off. It's a bit awkward here, as there just seems to be always somebody in shot, and there's lots of children running around as well, which doesn't help. Okay, let me just swing the camera around here. Okay, there you have it. Jamie Oliver, Catherine Street, Covent Garden. So yeah, it's I am a little bit disappointed, but at the same time I'm not angry. I just know that sometimes service cannot always be how you want it. It's just the nature of the beast, especially in a busy, buzzy tourist town during peak season. So most of the staff were very, very polite. Don't get me wrong, the customers that they were serving seemed to be doing a fantastic job from what I've been seeing. I just had I pulled the short straw and ended up with someone who didn't seem that comfortable with customers. and he was just simply yeah, he just wanted to see through his day, really. Yeah, so I did pay the service charge despite the very slow service. I waited. I literally I set foot into the restaurant about 10 to 7, and it's now, I think it's about 8:45, or maybe 9 o'clock even. So yeah, nearly 2 hours. So, and that's only for 2 courses. So, and it wasn't that rammed. It wasn't that busy. So I still don't understand why the food took so long. And also I had to chase up for my wine, which took 20 minutes to arrive. So all in all, yeah, but again, I wanted to show you that not every vlog is going to be perfect or everything's going to be hunky-dory and great. I just portray my experience as faithfully and as authentically as I can. This is what my channel is about. It's not about staging positivity or staging negativity. It's about just showing you how it can be on any given day or any given evening. I'm going to sound really daft saying this, but I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you enjoyed watching it, and if you have been watching my videos and new to my channel, you probably don't want to subscribe because of this one, so understandable, but do watch my other videos. I'm sure there's some value out there, and that might give you a reason to support my channel. So yeah, feel free to look at the others if this one isn't particularly ticking your box. It's certainly not ticking mine, so I'm dreading the editing later on. All right, so that's about it from me. So I will see you again in the next video. So I wish you a good evening now.